kit is finally finished and I've got all 3 parts of it on. I didn't record doing these rear bumper valances just because it was the exact same process as all the other videos as far as cutting and bending goes. Figured I'd kind of just show you guys once I had it on the car. It's so simple. Like any of you guys can do this. I'm not trying to knock anybody, but if I can make it happen, anybody can make it happen. I'll go ahead and show you up close kind of the measurements and the dimensions and then how I went about mounting it on there. But I am just so pumped with it. I think between the side skirt extensions, the rear bumper valance, it just makes such a nice difference. And with the front splitter on there, it looks so much better. I was using the 1/4 inch ABS plastic. It's a black plastic. I use the same stuff, the same exact sheet for the rear bumper valances, the side skirts, and the front splitter. If you guys want to replicate this, just I would say get a minimum of a 6. No, you actually need 7 feet at most. I would recommend probably getting an 8 foot by 4 foot sheet. It is expensive, but in order to make the job happen, you need sheets that are at least 7 feet long to do the side skirts, and actually the front splitter, it is about 7 feet in width, so you really do need that girth in the sheet to make this job happen. But like I was saying, I used the same stuff and I basically made the same 90-degree bend right there as we made on the splitters right there. That was just done with a heat gun and pressing it up against a piece of wood, and that is how you make the bends. It does take a while to heat up the plastic, especially if you're using 1/4 inch. It's pretty thick, so just be patient with it. Don't burn the plastic, and slowly but surely you'll get it. As far as dimensions go, this is the easiest thing in the world. Ready, guys? From this point up to this point, it's 20 inches. Go 3 inches up on each side, and then measure 10 inches so you're in the middle of that line. Go down 4 inches in the middle, and then basically just take your mark there, connect it to that mark, and vice versa on that side. So it's symmetrical, and that I think made it very easy to make. I'm sorry I didn't really get a chance to like show you on paper. Maybe I can draw it or something or put it up on the screen, but I was trying to get this all done before the Keys Auto Show, and it came down to like the last minute. And I just wanted to get these done so I had time to clean up the car and get everything ready and not be kind of rushed. And honestly, if I'd picked up the camera, it would have slowed me down so much when I was making them. All in all, came out money. I'm really happy. I'll go ahead and next show you guys how I mounted them. I suppose it would probably be easier for me to just raise the car up. Up we go. All right. That really didn't give me much. Anyways, there are 2 bolts basically on this. 1 bolt here and 1 bolt back here. First bolt you can basically do if you can get your wheel out of the way enough. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm basically pointing right at the bolt. I shot it up from the underside, so I basically clamped one side and held one side while I drilled and made my holes. Again, only 2 bolts holding this thing on, and it's not going anywhere. I chose to make this one here just far enough back into the fender well so you can't really see it. Obviously accessible to the drill from this side, so I didn't have to pull this rear fender liner out. And then on this side, I'm gonna try and see if I can get the camera under there. I'm sorry, my compressor's so loud. So now you can see I just put one through the end there, which does go right into the bumper. So it's on there. Like I said, it's not going anywhere. It doesn't budge at all. I did the same thing on both sides. So you can see one there and one down there. I don't know if you can see it. The dimensions are easy. The cuts that I had to make were easy. The bending was fairly easy because unlike my failed attempt at making wings on the front splitter, it's a straight line, so it's just a straight bend you're making. It doesn't have to be curved or anything. And just aired out now, it makes the back end of the car look like it sits so much lower. What I really like is from this angle here too, because it really just kind of like pushes the bumper down and makes it a little bit different looking than every other F30. If I were to redo these rear bumper valances, one thing I would do different is don't make the bend a 90-degree bend. Maybe make it like a 70 or even a 60-degree bend so it flares out a little bit more, because mine pretty much just go horizontal straight down, or sorry, vertical straight down. And I think I would like it more if it flared out just a little bit. I read the comments and I know you guys were not impressed by my selection of saw to cut the plastic in the side skirts and the front splitter video. I know all you guys are recommending like a skill saw, bandsaw, table saw, all sorts of stuff, and I know all those things would be super helpful, but your boy's on a budget, kind of on that Walmart tool life right now. I just happen to have a grinder already, so I was trying to make this a very cheap DIY so anybody can do it. Anybody can make this happen just with a little bit of time and effort. I had no templates for anything. I had one video that I went off of in the front splitter video, Mr. HQ_BMW. Shout out him again. But outside of that, this was all just engineered in my head. I came up with it and made mistakes on the way and fixed them and engineered it to be a little bit different. So that's how it came out, and I'm just I'm really stoked, really happy. Definitely gives the car like a whole new angle. Another quick note to make is the front splitter. I want to go back to that real quick. I've had quite a number of issues with this thing staying on. It has basically fallen off about, I would say 1.5, call it 2 times since I've installed it. The weak points are definitely on the ends here. Even now, it's starting to do it again. The splitter is definitely secured into the M Sport lip, but now I think the extra weight and just the slight differences in shape, because I had to make this all from hand, is putting extra tension on this, so it's actually pulling the M Sport lip off the bumper. That's kind of my issue right now. I've put an extra self-tapping screw on each side. So far that's made a big difference and it hasn't come off again, but I think I may make a version 2 of this, and in which case I would find a much better way to actually adhere it onto the front lip, because without it, or with it being like this, it's just a little sketchy. And like when I made the trip down to New Jersey, it was just a little iffy. Every time I went over a pothole, every time I went over a speed bump or something, wondering if my front lip was gonna come crashing down. So just one thing I would definitely do different. I will say though, I'm really happy with where I chose to mount the splitter rods, just because I think it gives the front end a nice aggressive look. It almost reverses the V-brace behind there. So originally I was gonna actually wrap the splitter rods white to accent the V-brace and going in the opposite direction. I think that would look really cool. I might do it or attempt it at some point, but I do like the black as well. It just kind of hides everything and makes everything blend together. Quick side note, a lot of you guys have been asking about the stickers for the banners. I did not plan on making them as far as like a merchandise thing, but since so many of you guys have asked, I made the banner basically from a sheet of vinyl. So if I were to sell the stickers or the banners, it would just be the sticker, and you guys would kind of have to even use my video to fabricate your own banner. But with that sticker, you could put it anywhere. You could put it even down here without the vinyl behind it. I was thinking about doing it right in the center of my rear windshield. So the opportunities are endless, and I hear you guys, and I know you guys are commenting, asking if they're available. While we're on the topic of your guys' comments and concerns, I've seen it pop up quite a number of times, is the question, what do you do for work? And that's a really good question. Actually, a video I've been really thinking about making. More so just waiting for the right time. I think that now I'm in a point where I think it's almost the right time. And if you guys are really that interested, let me know. I will definitely be more inclined to make that video. For those of you that have asked, I do see your comments and I do know and I do want to answer. So again, it's just waiting for the right time. It'll all make sense once I explain it. So yeah, I wanted to conclude and show you guys the aero kit as it was finalized, and I think now it's in a position where I'm happy enough with it to call it complete. I am going to continue to like sand it and maybe make some finer tuning changes, and especially on the mounting side of things. But as far as it goes now, that sounds weird. As for now, I would call it complete. Thank you guys so much for watching these videos. A lot of you said that these were some of the cooler mods that I've done, so I really appreciate that, and definitely hope to make some more DIY, strictly homemade stuff soon. I think it's really cool when you can take something from nothing and make it something cool. So yeah, I'll leave you guys with that. Stay elevated. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Peace.